Welcome back to MJL 3764, collecting Elvis on vinyl. We're up to volume 4 of the Golden Record series, so let's get straight in. Elvis Golden Records Volume 4 was issued in 1968, features 12 tracks. Issued in the UK, it came with a laminated front cover. Came in stereo and mono. There's 2 mono copies here. And as most fans know, when it was originally issued, the cover did state "Never Ending" on the front, but that was changed to "Love Letters." So "Never Ending" is printed on the front of the sleeve, but "Love Letters" is on the record. Keeps up with the Gold Records theme at the back, which I like on all the covers. Another nice cover. Back side looks like that, of course featuring "Love Letters." It's got ads on the bottom for the other 3 volumes. And this was in the red dot. Still features the RCA Victor on the cover. That's another mono copy. Moving on to 1970 now. Still got the laminated front cover. This is a stereo copy. And it's on the orange gloss label. Backside looks like that. Almost identical. Slight change on the bottom from the previous copy. Sleeve printed in England. And this copy's printed in England, SP Limited. But apart from that, the same sleeve. And it's on the gloss orange RCA Victor label. You can tell this copy of the 1970 copy from the next copy, the 1977 one, as it just says side 1 on the 77 press. On the 70 it says side 1 stereo. And it features a slightly different cover as well. That's the 70 press. This is the 77 press, and there it says just RCA. Obviously he's got the corrected sleeve now. Love Letters printed there. Side again, just slight differences. And it's on the matte orange label. That's the 1977 press. In the UK, like the previous Golden Records volumes, this was issued probably about 10 times, so there's plenty of copies to collect. There's the small orange, the green International, the blue Elvis, the new German black. I seem to have picked up quite a few copies of the 77 press in the matte cover. However, I do have a couple of copies here from further afield. The first one's an Australian copy. Features a white border at the top. Lovely glossy front cover, and it's got a different back side. Still got the ads, but no picture. And it's on the RCA Victor tan label. And another copy here. This one's an Italian copy. And features a very similar backside to the Australian copy, only in colour. So that's the Italian copy, and that's also on the RCA Victor tan label. Looking at the tracks again, fantastic tracks, another very good volume. If I had to pick some, A Mess of Blues, Indescribably Blue, Witchcraft, It Hurts Me, Devil in Disguise, etc, etc. I do actually like Just Tell Her Jim Said Hello as well. So another very good Golden Records album. Elvis's Gold Records Volume 5 was issued in 1985. Now, even though it's a good compilation, I do have a few problems with this one. 17 years later, issuing another Elvis's Gold Records. To me, it was a bit late to start continuing the series. There's no gold record on the cover. I would prefer them to have put a gold record somewhere. There's only 10 tracks on it, which is a bit measly. It's not got a bad cover, but I would have preferred them keeping up with the gold. There's the 10 tracks. That cover's quite colourful and nice. As you can see, they've basically made side 1 a 60s and side 2 a 70s. Obviously, looking at the track listing, I mean, where's the Wonder of You? Where's My Boy? Where's Always on My Mind? Even though these are great tracks that are on here, I think they could have put a lot more on there. And they shouldn't have waited as long, really, to issue it. It is on the new German black label. And sounds fine, but to me there should have been a gold record in the 70s. A lot of fans have said, well, we did have this album, Hits of the 70s. Yes, we did. Maybe we could have called that one Gold Records Volume 5. And maybe put Suspicious Minds and In the Ghetto. Obviously you would have had to change the title from Hits of the 70s anyway. But that could have been a Gold Records Volume 5. And maybe put Suspicious Minds on here and In the Ghetto. And maybe in 1977 you could have got the latter tracks and made a Gold Records Volume 6. But they didn't opt to do that. And we had to wait 17 years for 10 tracks and a pretty condensed Elvis's Gold Records Volume 5, in my opinion. But still some stellar tracks on here. Suspicious Minds, obviously, In the Ghetto, If I Can Dream, Burning Love. I really like For the Heart, Moody Blue, Way Down. Some great tracks, but so many admitted they could have made this at least up to a Volume 6 with Elvis's Golden Records. Of course, Elvis wasn't the only artist on RCA to have the Golden Records treatment, but Elvis did have 5 volumes. Here's a quick look. We'll take Jim Reeves as an example. Here's Jim Reeves' Golden Records on the RCA International. Nice album. And of course the Legendary Performer series again. Elvis had 4 volumes. Here's an example of Jim Reeves, the Legendary Performer. Very similar to the Elvis ones. With the round picture on the front and a nice booklet to go with it. And of course, again, using Jim Reeves, he was on RCA Camden as well. well as on a Green International. And there's another Elvis connection on this album. If you look at the track listing, you'll see How's the World Treating You and Just Call Me Lonesome. 2 records recorded by Elvis. And this album was produced by Chet Atkins as well. And as we all know, Elvis recorded He'll Have to Go, I Love You Because, Welcome to My World, and other tracks like Danny Boy, which Jim Reeves recorded also. So there's just an example of other Golden Records and Legendary Performer series. So that's the Elvis Golden Records series, 1 to 5. I'd like to know what you thought of these. Did you think they was a good example of Elvis's hits? Or do you think they could have done better? Leave me a comment in the comment section. And also, which was your favourite? It's hard to decide, I know, all great volumes. If I had to pick one, I would probably go for Golden Records Volume 2. Because to me, this was the last rock and roll Elvis, really. After this one, Elvis and rock and roll really wasn't the same, was it? So, stuff like A Big Hunk of Love, Wear My Ring Around Your Neck, One Night, I Got Stoned. All great tracks. So that would probably be my favourite if I had to pick one. I haven't forgotten about the video about the jukebox. That is coming up shortly. It is a Rockola, 1976, Princess. And yeah, sounds pretty good. So we'll be doing a video on that shortly. So until the next time, just remember, while there's music, life's no waste.